Orlando prayed, or he tried to. So much had happened in the past year. Eric had moved here, to Puerto Rico of all places. It was somewhere no one knew him, he had told Orlando in a letter, a place where he could work things out for himself. And we own it, he added, in a phone call sometime later, through the crackling telephone connection. We? You mean your family? No, you dope. The United States. Same money, same country. Oh, right, I get it now, Orlando answered, embarrassed. Well, it was going to be good to spend time with him again. He had missed Eric, but what had Orlando worked out in the past year? Not much. Their secret shenanigans had ended when Eric left, and all he had left was Linus and the Sem. He did what he was supposed to do, neither more nor less. He wasn't inspired. Maybe the retreat would help. There were paths on the property that were meant for prayer and meditation. He tried. He looked into himself and was absorbed by all the different things he saw, but he was unsure. What did he want? It was strange to feel at home in a place and confused at the same time. He couldn't focus his mind. He consulted the retreat master, who told him to relax, let go of the world, and think about Jesus in the desert. It is a bit humorous to think about our Lord in the desert while on a tropical island, but try it, he said with a friendly laugh. I'll try, Orlando answered. Back outside in the garden, under the fronds and tray-sized leaves, he imagined Jesus in the desert for 40 days and nights, tempted by Satan before beginning his ministry. Deprivation, nothing to eat, too dry, no water, scorpions and snakes. Purification and preparation. It hadn't worked. Orlando had only felt moody. To make things worse, Linus seemed to have gotten religion and was undergoing a conversion. He attended every exercise and meditation, nagging Orlando to go along with him. On the third night of the retreat, after a penitential service, he had woken up to discover Linus sitting on the side of his bed, dressed in pajamas. Did I wake you? He asked in a low voice. What do you think? Orlando cracked an eye open to look at him. What are you doing here? I couldn't sleep. Those frogs. This heat. I'm burning up. Take a pill. Linus didn't move. Orlando asked what was wrong. Nothing. I was talking to the retreat master. Did you know he's from La Crosse, Minnesota? Fascinating. Anyway, I've been thinking about you. Remember how much you used to love to pray together? And I would offer Eucharist and you would be there with me? What? At St. Joseph's and even before that. Linus, please, you're talking like it was 100 years ago. But I can remember when we were closer. We're not praying the way we used to. Didn't you find how they did the Stations of the Cross tonight so special, so rustic, so folkloric with that guitar playing and the bongo drums? You woke me up to tell me all this, and it was a conga drum. No matter, it was such a beautiful thing, but I was watching you. You seem to be struggling. You've withdrawn. What? And I love you so very much. Are you drunk? Of course I'm not drunk. Besides, they only serve water and coffee here. I'm concerned about your spiritual growth, that's all. Orlando raised his eyebrows. In the middle of the night, all of a sudden you're interested in my spiritual growth? That's a good one, Lai. Well, you don't have to worry, Papi. I'm all grown up now. Go to bed. I know, Linus answered, backing off. You're an adult, I know, and I've got to learn to treat you like one. Orlando shook his head and sat up. What's gotten into you? He turned on the bedside lamp. It was the dimmest bulb he could ever remember. Everything in the room turned the color of old-fashioned photographs. Are you in some kind of trouble? Linus continued, ignoring the question. You don't realize how close I let you become. Closer than anyone else. What do you mean, closer than anybody else? You know what I mean. Oh, right. You don't have to explain anything to me. Linus gave him one of his disapproving looks. No need to be sarcastic. What I meant was, all the time and sponsorship I've given to you, meeting all your demands. Oh, brother, where is all this coming from? The trip was your idea. Are you calling me selfish now? What about your demands? Linus shook his head. No, the retreat master said today in his homily something very profound. In love's service, wounded soldiers make the best fighters. Did you know Thornton Wilder said that? It made me think about us. We fought so much lately. Just remember, this has cost me sacrifice and compromises too. He reached for Orlando's hand. I want you to... Oh, I get it now. He pulled his hand away. No, Linus, it's late. Not at a retreat house. Orlando, please. Stop grabbing me, and your hand's so sweaty. Please, it's not... My God, Linus, you're out of control. People are going to hear us. Linus lowered his voice. Pray with me, please. What? Pray with me, he whispered. Oh. Orlando paused and stared at Linus. Oh.